semicircular canal, 3 in number, and annulus at right angle to each other. Cristae, ampulla, and macula, internal ear. Maintenance of balancing and body posture. Stimulation induced permeability sodium is extremely short-lived. Neurotransmitter synaptic vesicles through prosympathetic membrane in synaptic cleft and received by receptor in postsynaptic membrane. Brainstem, midbrain, and pons and medulla oblongata. Cranial nerves, pure sensory. Olfactory, optic, auditory. Reflex action is involuntary without conscious efforts or throughout required and involuntary of a part of CNS. Which neural transport sensory stimulates towards spinal cord? Pseudo unipolar neuron. Neurons are excitable cells, membranous, polarized state. Corpora quadrigemma swelling on dorsal portion of midbrain. CNS effector efferent. Organ CNS afferent. Eyeball layer, sclera, cornea, retina. Cornea, middle ear cavity with pharynx, station tube. Colchia space is called scala media filled with endolymph. Scala and utricle contains ridge morula. Exciting stage of neuron, generation of action potential, more permeability of Na plus comparatively K plus. Depolarization of axonal membrane, more negative charge outside, positive inside. Integral system, human nervous system, endodermal in origin, neurons, unidirectional conduction of impulse. Somatic neural system relays impulse from CNS to skeletal muscles. Absent in nerve cell, centriole. Nerve cell, mitochondria, Nissal's ganglia nucleus. Axonal membrane, positive, which its surface to negative always. Polarization and excitable stage neuron. Midbrain consists of 4 lobes between forelimbs and ones. Dendrites not contain Nissl granules. Energy consumption is less myelinated neurons as to non-myelinated neurons. Outer surface of axon membrane positively charged due to effluent of K plus ion. Hypothalamus, body temperature, controls hormones, neurohypophysis, storage of memory and seat intelligence. ब्रेन का डायग्राम याद करना है. अमिगडाला, लिम्बिक लोब. सेरिबेरम, लार्जेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन. सेरिबेलम, हिंड ब्रेन. Corpus caudriculum, midbrain. Hypothalamus, autonomic control. Medulla oblongata, hemostatic control. Covering brain and spinal cord, meninges. Pia mater and dura mater, meninges. Disease associated with brain, Parkinson disease. Primary visual area, occipital lobe. Ventral root of spinal nerve, somatic motor and visceral motor fibers. Junction between axons and one neuron dendrite. Next, synapses. Synapse of neuromuscular junction is acetylcholine. Stimulate muscles inside membrane, positively charged. Produce action potential in the nerve fiber, sodium. Saltation conducts of nerve impulse, myelin fiber. Inhibition, new transmission, GABA. N plus block pumps, Na plus inside increases. Action potential nerve is plus 30. Pineal body, dorsal wall of diencephalon. Pupil dilation, sympathetic nerves. Occipital lobe, vision. Adrenal and non-adrenaline, neurotransmitter. Cornea and lens, aqueous humor. Pressing of sensory hairs against basilar membrane. Auditory impulse. Auditory oscillate located middle ear cavity. Semilunar canal ampulla. CNS into process and canal brain and spinal cord. PNS, somatic CNS, autonomic NS. All nerve body associated with peripheral nervous system. Afferent receptor to CNS. Sympathetic NS increases heartbeat. Neurohypophysis PNS acetylcholine. Pupil dilation not by PNS. PNS peristalsis secretion of salvia. Active under short-term stress, sympathetic nervous system. Intercellular communication in multicellular against both neural and endocrine system. NS and type of muscles supplying via visceral organs, both sympathetic and parasympathetic neural involuntary. Pupil of eye, sympathetic neural system dilates. Parasympathetic neuron constrict. Skeletal muscle, somatic nerves. Stimulates different kinds of stimuli, neuron. Nissl granule found in cell body. Not found in Nissl body. Dendrite sends towards cell body. Unipolar neuron, embryonic stage cell body with one axon. Bipolar neuron, retina of eye, one axon and one dendrite. Multipolar neuron, cerebral cortex, one axon and two or more dendrites. Multinucleated myelinated nerve fibers, cranial nerve, spinal nerves. Unmyelinated nerve fibers, somatic neural system, autonomic neural system. Resting condition concentration gradient maintained by sodium potassium pump, active transport and its utilization of ATP energy. Electrical potential differences across resting membrane, resting potential. A release neurotransmitter binds to the specific receptor present or postsynaptic membrane. Generate new potential postsynaptic membrane. New potential develop in postsynaptic neurons, either excitatory or inhibitory. Charge outer side neuron is positive. Release of chemical NACI triggered by calcium ion. Presence pre-excitation potential difference between outer and inner side of a nerve. Resting potential. Now show any physiological activity minus 90 mV. Action potential of a nerve cell is created by sodium plus ion. Unidirectional signal maintained by joint axon and dendrites of next synapses. Synaptic vesicle occurs in presynaptic neurons. Node of Ranvier occurs axon. Depolarization of a nerve cell. Influx of Na+. Node of Ranvier occurs in myelin sheath is discontinuous. Nerve divide, nerve cell and centrosome absent. Synaptic cleft in primary chemical event. Neurotransmitter acetylcholine and epinephrine, norepinephrine. Nature nerve impulse electrochemical. Nerve impulse travel along membrane as electrical impulse. Polar neuron at resting potential. K plus increases, Na plus outside. K plus inside. Yeah? During construction of nerve impulse, Na plus moves into exoplasm. Na plus not transmitted impulse across synapses. Action potential of nerve cell plus 30V. During recovery, neural fibers plus positive outside, negative inside. Passage of action potential, saltary conduction. Nerve impulse towards away from cyton. Brain, forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain, thalamus, hypothalamus, cerebellum. Major part of brain, cerebellum. Cerebral cortex contains sensory, motor and associations. Association area, neither elementary, sensory nor motor in function. Sensory and motor signal, thalamus. Associated area responsible for combined function like memory, conduction and intersensory association. Hormones are secreted by neurosecretory cells by hypothalamus. Limbic system of limbic lobe formed by hippocampus, amygdala, hypothalamus. Cerebral cortex, inner part of cerebral hemispheres, gray matter. Limbic system lobe by hippocampus, amygdala, hypothalamus, inner part of cerebral hemisphere. Cerebral cortex, gray matter. Aqueduct and symphysis of the cerebral aqueduct found between third and fourth ventricles. Cavity present in spinal cord is neural canal. Fourth ventricle of brain, medulla oblongata. Cerebral auditory area occurs in temporal lobe. Structure connected with the vision is the human corpora quadriderma. Midbrain located between hypothalamus or forebrain and pons of a hindbrain.